on a gaming podcast, episode 131. PlayStation are no longer bringing their single-player games to PC, and they also announced a state of play. This and more on a gaming podcast. Hello, welcome back to another episode of a gaming podcast, episode 131. I'm your host, MD14 or Marcel. You call me whatever. At this point, I'm also with Riley as well. Riley, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Marcel. Yeah, It's kind of an exciting week, setting up for an even more exciting June.
June is looking nice. We got some confirmations from certain people, there's certain rumors of a direct. We got a state of play that's been confirmed now. Xbox has their show, and then of course, there's certain man named Jeff Keighley as well. So
Jeffrey,
good old Jeffrey,
coming in hot with those big world exclusives,
world premieres and everything.
Premiere.
Is he world premiere guy, or is that just Xbox people? Xbox is like world premiere. They better bring him back this year, too. By the way.
I feel like Jeff will preface an intro and be like, "In the first time ever, you're seeing this," and then Xbox.
I'm so excited about
world
this.
Premiere.
I always like when he's like, "I am so excited for this announcement. This is a lifeline." I'm like, Jeff, come on,
it's high
this for 10 years.
Yeah. It's like,
you know everybody. How? Like, come on, okay, like. Let's relax for a little bit. All right.
Mega Man was cool.
Mega Man was really cool.
I'm excited for that.
So a lot of people said that should have ended the show. So
I totally agree. They had like a band playing the music for Mega Man. It was so
amazing. Like
it absolutely should have. Yeah,
long time franchise, but
and then the last one was High Guard, and everyone was confused. That was like probably the biggest fumble I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like video game promotion, I've seen some major fumbles.
Yeah, that one was like the equivalent of like running to the field goal line, and then you tripped at the line and you dropped the ball. You're like, well,
there's just nothing particularly compelling about the reveal trailer or even the content afterwards. That was a weird one,
especially to the fact that the game is officially gone.
I think it lasts less than a month. Like how long did it run?
It's gone. It's crazy.
It came and went already, which is just like
insane.
There's got to be some sort of quality control there. If they didn't buy that, then I have no idea why that was chosen. But anyway.
I don't know.
Higher hopes for Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, exactly. So before we dive into our main topic, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe button, help us grow. Share it with the friends and family about a lovely podcast that's available on all platforms, Spotify, and look at that. See, you get look at this. See, that's what happens when you hit that subscribe button or you share with a friend or family member. And of course, leave your comments. I love reading them. So here, topic number one is PlayStation boss says single player games won't come to PC going forward. That is it. This is from VGC News. Earlier this year, Bloomberg cited people familiar with PlayStation plans claimed that the company was pulling back from its plan to release its upcoming games on PC, with future single player games set to become PlayStation 5 exclusive. And good old Jason Schreier, he came in with a lovely scoop, and that was that Ghost of Yote? Was it Yote? Yeah. I was like, oh, Tsushima's the first one, Yote's the second one.
Yep.
That game is not coming out whatsoever to PC. Nope. So Jason said, scoop, PlayStation Studios business CEO Herman Hulst, good old Holster, told staff in a town hall Monday morning that the company narrative single player games will now be PlayStation exclusive, confirming Bloomberg's reporting from earlier this year. Riley, what are your thoughts about this?
Well, I feel like I probably have a controversial take.
I'm down for that. For me, I'm not happy about it.
You're not. So I totally understand that perspective. I think this is the smartest thing they could have done.
Yeah.
I think when you have Xbox that's going to play PC games coming out, you have a Steam box coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened, but I think that they didn't really have a choice. It was like, our games can't be on other hardware in the home, like in that ecosystem. So that's the end of that until maybe they revisit that with their own storefront,
Hmm.
which I think was something that they explored that we saw through patents. So
Yeah, but
that
then the
seems
whole
like something that
store,
makes sense.
for the whole store, like PC storefront, uh, yes, they'll get the sales from the games, but then that doesn't sell the console though.
No, right? Yeah, that would be strictly for PC.
People
Yeah,
just strictly doing everything, which is probably that's probably the reason why that thing is came to a halt basically.
yeah,
I know for me, obviously, it's another way to play, PlayStation games. Like even if you're like, oh, you know what, like systems are really expensive right now. For here in Canada, $1,000 for the Pro. Who knows what the PS6 is going to be? You may have to take out a nice little loan for it, but uh, it would have been nice to be
you
like,
could
okay,
Klarna it maybe.
yeah, maybe, so
Yeah,
so like it would have been nice to have that option to play, even if you have to wait a year or
yeah.
two.
No, it's
So
true. I mean, I think that their hand kind of got forced on this because the
yeah,
competition was moving in there, and they're not going to give up their exclusives because that's the biggest driver for their hardware.
yeah.
So I mean,
Project
that's not a
Helix was the
forever
main
thing.
culprit of this.
Yeah, I would assume, right? Like they don't want, and maybe it's too late for some games. Like you're going to be able to play Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok on PC
Mhm.
probably forever, but
Yeah,
like moving forward, if you want Wolverine, you want Spider-Man 3, you want Ratchet and Clank, you want all these other experiences, like it's going to be exclusive.
yeah.
And I think
No,
that makes sense. Like it makes total sense for their business model right now to not basically give that advantage to their competition.
yeah.
Whereas
I
like
just
Xbox, I think it's a little different. Like people like to go
Yeah.
apples to apples, and it's like they're totally different things.
Yeah, I still think Xbox is on a case by case scenario. They saw what Forza Horizon did on PlayStation with number of sales. Of course, Horizon 6 is doing absolutely amazing as well.
Yep.
A huge player count, and I think like 190 million they already we made back from this, and that's without PlayStation. So the I and but by the way, I have here's a little tinfoil hat theory here. I think they haven't
Okay.
announced the PlayStation date yet because I think it's coming to Switch 2 for some reason. I don't know why. I have a little
You
inkling
think
for Switch 2 that are like,
that's your
oh, play
gut?
here's the PlayStation date, and then like you just see like some
And
cherry
Switch
blossoms
2 as
blowing
well.
through, and then you see Switch 2 logo. You're like, whoa, what's this?
Whoa! I
Yeah,
mean, like, I do think that we'll see some more of their IP on Switch 2 because it just kind of makes sense. But
yeah,
I feel like Forza is going to find itself probably in a similar camp to Indiana Jones,
yeah,
which is like came out on Xbox and PC, then PS5, then Switch 2, like later
hmm,
on.
yeah.
That to me makes sense, and I don't think it's anything more than just like a workload issue.
Yeah, no. And I would think by now they have dev kits. So I would think
I would think, yeah, they have a
someone
few
in
titles on there now.
someone in the Microsoft umbrella has a dev kit for the Switch or a Switch 2 or something. But you're hearing this happening with PlayStation, and Soros didn't really sell as what they really expected to at this moment. Like I think it was only like 300,000 copies
Of
they sold.
Starfield?
Sorry, Soros.
Oh, Soros. Yeah.
And then you
That's
hear this news
interesting.
like we're not coming to PC, and then you're like, but Soros only did 300. Like you're gonna bring that?
Yeah, I
You're gonna
mean,
cave and bring it to
Soros.
PC?
Soros is like that's like a darling, right? Like people are gonna love that game, but it is not like I wouldn't say that's like a hardware mover.
Yeah,
And it even sold fewer units than Returnal did on a larger install base.
yeah. Whereas
So in
Returnal
the same
did great on
window.
PC.
Yeah, and you know what? Like maybe they can start making exceptions down the line. Like that wouldn't surprise me. But like
Yeah,
so like no one would like Soros is like one of the exceptions where it's like you could probably bring that and it's not gonna hurt your bottom line, right?
yeah.
I hope that an audience finds it because it is a really great game.
It's a really good game, and like if they add like a co-op and multiplayer mode, then maybe they're like, well, it's no longer single player anymore, so
Yeah,
now it can go on PC.
maybe that's the play. I hope they do stuff
Yeah,
like that. I mean, like PlayStation is not afraid to do things like that. We've seen obviously Helldivers on Xbox and
yeah,
Marathon was a major release, and they'll keep doing that for their multiplayer products. So I am curious to see how far this goes, but I think right
Mhm.
now that makes the most sense for their business model. Like you
Yeah.
need the exclusives to bring people into your hardware, or else it
And
doesn't
of,
work.
but of course, they're doing this to be like, hey, Wolverine's coming out September. We're letting you know right now, it ain't coming on PC. So if you want it, cough up the dollars to get your
Only on
PlayStation.
PS5. I mean, it's
Yeah.
looking like a with this now. Now they have the June showcase that they've announced
Yep.
for the 2nd of June, and that's going to be obviously a huge spotlight on Wolverine.
Hmm.
But then consoles are going to be the first platforms to have Grand Theft Auto 6 this year.
That's right.
So, I mean, there's a lot going for PlayStation into this holiday.
Yeah.
And I think they're really going to shine a light on some of the other things that we're looking for that they're working on as well.
And at this current time, they're the cheapest in Japan right now, as of since Nintendo had to raise
Yeah,
the price.
cheaper than the Switch too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
yeah. I mean, it's a
all the
good entry
cards are
point
laid out for them. If they could, I mean, they did raise the price on the subscription late as recently.
for for new subs. Yeah.
New
So
subs, yeah,
if you are subscribing or resubscribing, it's going to cost you more
yeah,
for the base one. I think.
yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But honestly, this wasn't a surprise. That if it was a report that we saw, I thought it
Yeah.
was already. When I saw this coming on Monday, I was like, I thought this was already confirmed. But now this is like really the stamp
Yeah, it had been
approval.
reported.
Yeah,
Yeah, it had been reported, and then obviously they came out and said it in the staff meeting, and it was like, okay, so this is real. So
yeah, yeah.
makes
Well,
sense to me. It'll be interesting to see kind of how the industry responds, or if it responds at all. But I think for now, that's their best play, and maybe they'll come back to PC more meaningfully in the future when
mhm.
the time is more appropriate for them to do that.
Yeah. I mean, end of the day, customer pretty much forces their hands. If no one's buying it, they only sold like 100K for Wolverine. I will not be surprised. Hey, February Wolverine on PC.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, a lot of these companies now are very reactive. Unlike Nintendo. Nintendo's like, hey, you will buy it eventually. So like,
yeah. You'll get around to it. It's
yeah,
evergreen.
yeah. Our second topic here is, guess what? State of Play announced June 2nd, a couple days just before. Lee, you're so excited. You got a nice DC. You crisp up a nice DC,
Christ, yeah, crisp cold DC.
Crisp, cold DC. What are we expecting to see here besides Wolverine? Wolverine is obviously a staple for this. Are we going to see some marathon? Because the new season starts on that date as well. Actually,
It's over an hour long. Marathon. I mean, that would make
yeah.
sense, right? And I would
Which,
have
by the
Marathon
way,
make an
they're doing
appearance
cinema premieres in the states
for this showcase.
for
Yeah,
this showcase.
at
Yeah,
Alamo Draft House. Yeah,
yeah. I
um,
think it's 90 minutes.
it's 90 minutes.
That's what the Alamo is saying. So I don't know if they have some
That-
previews or something, but
maybe they'll have like a little lead in, but it
yeah,
is. I know they have. They said over an hour in the official release. So
yeah.
how long that'll be, I don't know. But I mean, it sounds like they've got a lot that they need to discuss,
Hmm.
and the fact that they're letting movie theaters air it to me would indicate that it'll be pretty meaningful.
Yeah,
So
something pretty
it's
big
going to
is
be
coming.
interesting. I mean, what do we know is out there right now? We have
Well, obviously, I have
Intergalactic,
Wolverine.
Wolverine, Intergalactic,
Yeah,
the God of War remakes.
yeah. I don't think those will be ready yet.
Maybe. Well, we might get a look. I don't
I mean,
know.
are we? But the thing is, okay, are we getting all three, or is it all separate, like one by like a Final Fantasy VII
I don't
scenario?
know. They haven't really clarified how they're doing it.
Yeah,
Like they just said it's the remake trilogy. So like I have no idea what form that'll take. It'll be hack and slash, kind of like the originals, or if they'll go more Ragnarok route. But I am interested to see what they do there. Maybe we'll get a light on it. But
yeah.
probably Intergalactic makes sense. There are a lot of rumors of other God of War projects
Hmm.
as well, including a spin-off, I think, with Faye was the rumor or the
Okay.
report.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's right.
I think that has a chance of showing up if it's real. Other than that, like I don't know. There's been other reports from VGC in particular that have
Hmm.
implied that maybe Infamous is going to show up in some capacity, like a remake or a
Oh,
port of the first two games. So I think there's a lot that could show up. Me personally, I'm hoping for me. Like I've been waiting for Astrobot content. I'd love to see Ape Escape come back in some capacity. So I've got some high hopes. What about you?
Obviously, we'd love to see some Wolverine action. I think. Okay, hold on. Let me just take a little quick gander here at something here because if I had to confirm this date. Okay, the state of play is June 2nd, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is June 3rd on the other consoles. I think this is where we see part 3.
You think here, eh?
This
It's
is
time
the
here,
moment,
yeah.
This is the moment we see part 3 because
They
they
wouldn't
already
save it for Game Fest?
confirmed. Nah, this is a Sony 100%. Like, this is probably like the final gift they're giving to Sony, being like, yes, we may have went multi-platform, and maybe we held part 3 because we want Xbox and Nintendo and PC to catch up to you guys. And now, like, because they did those ports very quickly. You gotta especially like for the 2 consoles, and not only that, to get it optimized on the Switch as well. They did it very, very quickly because it came out this year. You're already getting another Final Fantasy game. Like that's on. Like if someone who's never played it, they'd be like, "Oh my god, I get more!" Like this is crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think since the game releases on the 3rd, and then they also give a nice little reminder of like, hey, because they have like a new price for the game, which is I think it's $50 now. That's like the new everyday price for Final Fantasy. They could give like a nice little reminder and be like, oh, get the dual pack to catch up because here's the trailer for Final Fantasy VII, whatever, return, whatever it's called, whatever it's called. I think that's the big one that I can see coming out. I would love to see obviously like a Nathan Drake game to come back, but I think they're done with that series.
Really, I think that they kind of showed
they
their
left
hand
it
on
open
that.
for something.
They kind of they had an ad, like a live action ad campaign that featured what seemed to be a tease of a new Uncharted game.
Yeah.
So I feel like we might even see that if that was a thing at all.
Yeah. But I don't know. I know a lot of people are calling. You're not the only one calling for Ape Escape. I did watch Victor Lucas. He's looking for
Ape Escape. Oh, come on.
He will love Ape Escape. He was playing Ape Escape
good.
2 the other day, and it had like some glitches, performance glitches. So he on his PlayStation 5. So he what did he do? He streamed it, and it was running great. He was like, "This is amazing." So he was having a good time. Ape Escape 2, I think it was. He was playing. So
I've got the platinum on the original Ape Escape. So
all right.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Marvel Tolkien, big one they must show.
Probably character reveals, yeah. Do they have a fight stick peripheral that they still need to release? So
the game does come out soon. And not only that, when they showed the Hulk and someone else, I can't remember. They kind of hinted at a new character who's on like the villains team with Doctor Doom, and it might be Carnage.
That would be pretty cool because I think a lot of people are expecting Venom.
Yeah, which Venom will be like DLC down the road or something like that. So, because you make people pay for that. So be like, here's Carnage. Well, you never really seen Carnage before. And then yes, there is a difference between Venom and Carnage, folks. All right, Venom is very bulky and like and bitey, where Carnage is like all knives and stab. So
they're very different. Yeah. Like they're very different characters. There's like a nuance to Venom that makes him kind of like an anti-hero, and then Carnage is just like insane.
I'm just killing for the fun of it. Yeah.
Just likes it.
I don't know what else. Like, I mean, obviously I know you want more Astrobot. Like, are you hoping for like Astrobot 2? Or you just want like extension from what the current Astrobot? Because I know you also claim there hasn't been. I mean, they haven't released all the stuff that hasn't been revealed yet. Or
so in the official art for it, they have Astrobots of Fat Princess and Sweet Tooth. Keep doing that. and Sweet Tooth from Twist Metal.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I forgot about Fat Princess. I haven't heard about
she was
her
in
since like the Battle Royale game.
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
Yeah,
She was a
yeah,
playable character. Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, like these characters are like, they have to show up. I don't know how Sweet Tooth isn't in that game.
Mhm.
So it's, to me, it would seem
That's
obvious that
crazy.
they're missing content. Like they have a Twisted Metal live action show on the air right now,
And no
and they
game.
don't have
What is this
any.
company doing? I don't understand. Like it's the same thing with Fallout. They don't like you have the show's a hit, but you're like, oh, here's a fishing
remake.
pond for 76. You're like, I don't want that.
It's like, dude, yeah, I don't know, man. It is interesting. I'm very curious to see how they, like. I feel like they haven't timed their productions well,
Yeah.
and I think Nintendo actually got accused of doing that alongside the first Mario movie.
Yeah.
And it took a while for obviously Donkey Kong Bonanza to kind of follow that, and that now I feel like they've nailed it a little better, where they're like, okay, the Mario Galaxy games are on Switch, and then also here's a new Star Fox.
Mm-hmm.
So I think who debuted in the movie. So I think that they're
Yeah.
getting a little wiser to that game, and I am actually very excited for that.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm
I know
down
people
for
are.
Star Fox.
I know. People are kind of bummed out by the designs. They're like, man, I don't know. I'm just kind of happy it's back.
I'm happy. They're gonna be in the pod half the time in their
cockpit. They don't even leave the cockpit.
There.
They don't even leave the cockpit. So
the game looks amazing. It's running great. That's all that matters. So
exactly right.
The online
as long
part,
as they don't
really
change the models
about.
in Smash Brothers, whenever that shows up, I'll be happy. You can do whatever you want.
I still think we're getting a Smash 2. Switch 2 version of Ultimate. That's still my
gut tells me that. You know how they did Wii U. I could go on a tangent about Smash Brothers.
I love it.
I won't hijack the conversation, but
no, we're making this topic 3 Smash Brothers.
We're in. Like from Wii U to Ultimate.
Yeah,
like that is it's basically a deluxe version of Ultimate, right? But it's also like it's the same roster that they brought over.
Yeah,
all of the characters from that show up here, and they've refined the mechanics to make it a little faster, right?
Yeah,
just do that again. just like take what you have and just move it over here,
Control C,
refine it, and
move it with your mouse, and then Control V. That's it.
Everyone, like I've seen all these people creating these like slim down rosters, and I'm like, like the reality. That's just
the beginning of the game. When you launch the game, you're like, here you go. That's your slim down roster.
I'm like, oh, well, I cut it down to 30 people. I'm like, yeah, you can do it. It just sucks. Like, the reality of Smash Brothers is that like we're now arguing. Like when you look at first party inclusions, you're like, well, they don't have Waluigi.
Yeah,
who is such like a back burner Nintendo character to begin with. That is, if Dixie
Riley's
Kong and Waluigi. I love Waluigi. I think it'd be fun to play as, but like it's like if you're
guys,
like, well, they don't have Bandana Waddle
at
Dee.
most.
They don't have Bandana Waddle Dee. They don't have Dixie Kong, and they don't have Waluigi, and those are like the creme de la creme of the missing Nintendo characters.
Yeah,
like you have all the Nintendo characters basically.
If Waluigi's getting in there, you might as well throw in Shy Guy. You might as well throw in Shy Guy.
The whole time, ever since Melee, people have been like, "Oh, I want Banjo-Kazooie, and I want Sora, and I want like all these characters." And they're there. So you're telling me that if you launch a new game and you rip away all these fan favorites, that anyone's going to care? And I think no. Like you need a really compelling reason to do it.
Yeah,
and I don't see it in just slimming down the roster to release the same thing.
And then for me, I also feel like characters like Sora didn't really. Like I know it was really a big deal, but I find it didn't have enough time in the spotlight because he was like the last DLC. It was like that was it,
and we're done, and that's it,
and we're done. And like by that time, I feel like people were kind of done with Smash Brothers. Obviously, you still had the competitive folks, but like I'm sure people showed up and tried out Sora as well. Like oh, I got to see this, and that was it. But I feel like he didn't really get like the spotlight, like how like Cloud and Sephiroth had his own mode to like to get him
the boss mode to unlock him.
Sephiroth challenge and everything, like so
cool.
It was really, really cool. So, and I feel like it was just like, here, we did it. Here's Sora. We're done. Goodbye. Off to the sunset. And I feel like, I'm like, we didn't have really enough time with him.
Yeah,
So,
like it is. That's the thing about Smash Brothers is like it's exciting as long as there's something to look forward to.
yeah.
That's what keeps you playing it. It's like
Yeah.
I want like
All those
obviously it's a great
trailers
game,
were
but
like, stop the world. Like, when you just saw, whooshing, you're like, people are like,
yeah,
shut up. I need to know what this is. I need to
yeah,
find out.
dude. There's nothing like a Smash marketing cycle. Like that is the
Oh, so
hypest of
good.
hype. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like who's joining? Like
Yeah.
who's
And just add more characters to the mural because adding the character the character art to like massive picture at the end, you were like,
yeah.
okay, there's still spots for more. Like, who could be here? So
Just
I would
do
love
it.
to see
Like
it.
just like even if you look at it like the license holders they added post game that weren't included in the base game were SNK, Microsoft, and technically Disney, but Square
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
kind of like through
And
the
Bandai
extension,
was
but they
easy
were
for them
all
to
in.
get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they work on the game, and Square was involved with the cloud already, so they added Hero and Sephiroth, and then worked with them for Sora
Yeah.
while getting the rights from Disney. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I just feel like there's so much more they could do there. So I'm
Yeah.
really optimistic that they just build on it. Even if you call it something else, it doesn't have to be a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Call it Super Smash Brothers,
Just make if
final
you're
or
gonna
final
bring,
fight. I don't know, something,
or
right? Like
even if you just bring the same people, like everyone's back plus more, that's just make it a new Smash Brothers. Then
everyone's
that's
back
fine.
again. Yeah,
Again,
it's like
yeah,
great. Yeah, that's all I
yeah.
want.
We
That's
did
all
it
I want.
again.
Buy the
Smash
amiibo.
Smash Brothers Encore. Let's do it again or something like that.
There you
This,
go.
I don't
Ultimate
know.
Encore. I don't know.
Ultimate, yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, but like
Just make
you
it
don't even have to have
happen
Ultimate in it, right? Like just call it something cool and then just roll with it.
and collect your money. Speaking of Zora, are we gonna finally see Kingdom Hearts 4 at the PlayStation State of Play?
Do you think we will?
I feel like this poor community needed a win. It's been so long since we've been here about Kingdom Hearts.
I know, but we're not. It's like we haven't even seen Rebirth yet.
No, yeah, we don't even have the main games on Switch too. By the way,
yeah, right. Like, yeah, right. We need those ports.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I would think it would work better as like a Game Awards reveal.
You're gonna get out the Keeley.
I probably would.
Wow.
PlayStation's a great place to show it. I'm sure they'd be willing to have a partnership for it to promote it, but I don't. I think that you just need to get Final Fantasy out there first.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to dominate the headlines, you could go back to back and be like Final Fantasy and also
next
Kingdom
year.
Hearts. But
Yeah,
it's a lot. I think I would probably lead with Final Fantasy because it sounds like what the producer said that he's already played through it like 42 times.
Yeah, and
so it sounds like it's
they're working on the trailer as well.
Yeah, then it sounds pretty done. Like that's ready to roll. So I mean that makes sense to me.
Damn, how you beat an RPG? That's probably like an hour, like 100 hours, 42 times. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, it probably just flying through it. I mean, if that's your full time job and you're making it, you probably know all the tips and tricks and how to just breeze through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think probably I think I'd probably lead with part 3 and then.
Yeah. Do you think part 3 is coming out this year? It can. Like, do you think it's coming out this year? Or it has to be like early next year.
I think if they announce it here, it would be early next year. And they might even be able to release it by the end of the year, but like I just would not even tempt fate with Grand Theft Auto.
No.
I just and Wolverine drop it. Like, don't even try.
That
just
will be
next year works better.
A colossal. If things were normal and like, people had a little more extra coin, maybe I'll be like, all right, throw it in there,
Well, man, this fall is looking pretty chaotic. Like just things that we know. We know Grand Theft Auto, Fable. I'm assuming Gears of War. Obviously, I'm assuming Call of Duty. There's just so many games, and they're coming to. That's coming to PS5 as well.
Potential Zelda.
Like, there's way too much going on. I feel like you do early next year, and then
Yeah,
maybe you
like a
can sub Kingdom
January or
Hearts.
February,
Yeah, and then you can sub Kingdom Hearts for like holiday or
all day of
summer.
next year. Yeah.
Yeah,
If yeah,
fall holiday,
yeah.
kind of in that
Well,
area.
if that's the case, then you might as well just give it a Keeley then. I can't I don't know. I can't see him getting something of that caliber. Like
He gets some
something
pretty good
I should
stuff.
say something that's given to him of that caliber.
Didn't he get Resident Evil 9?
Yeah, but Capcom and
They do
Keeley,
love him.
they do
They
love
do love
him,
him.
you know,
They
and
do
like
love him.
they fooled like they even like did a whole joke of like, oh, we'll be talking about the next Resident Evil soon. And then they walked off stage, and like a couple trailers later,
They
it was the
did
Resident Evil
immediately.
9. We're like, what
Yeah,
the? It's
there it
Resident
is.
Evil 9.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like Game Awards make sense for that. That's not crazy
yeah,
to me.
yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I did see this one another article here from good old VGC as well that major Xbox hires expand leadership team to strengthen console brand. I'm trying to see Van Vliet, lead engineer for Microsoft team, has been added on, and Chris, dude, your last name, I don't know where to start with it. Shanikenberg has been promoted to corporate vice president of partnership and businesses. He joined from Activision Blizzard, and his focus is now third party and publishers working alongside Xbox. And I believe the first person, they also worked on Azure OpenAI. There's that word again, but has also worked across Amazon services. And was VP of Digital Play at Mattel. So these guys have some, gaming background as well. It's a it kind of sucks. One of them did work at Amazon because they didn't know what they were doing too much with the gaming side of things.
Yeah,
But any thoughts about this?
I mean they're getting their new people in order, so
Yeah,
like I think that a lot of this makes sense when you have like a major change up in who's overseeing all these operations. So
yeah,
Asha's making her moves and building her teams, and I mean that to me is pretty expected whenever
yeah.
there's a changeover like that. Like it's
You
just a
know,
complete changing of the guard, and obviously their strategy, their objectives are shifting.
yeah.
But all of
And
these kind of like e-commerce specialized platforms are,
mhm,
to me, trying to find a storefront or ecosystem that exists multi-screen
yeah,
would be the priority. So that to me would indicate that you keep your multi-platform initiative,
mhm.
uh, despite people really wanting exclusives back on the hardware. I don't think hardware is really the priority.
No.
I think it's just
And
kind of shepherding it to its next phase.
Xbox hasn't raised their price of their console yet, have they? Or I know they did it once, but they didn't do it again after that, right?
I don't know,
Like, are
not
they the
recently.
cheapest out of like PlayStation? I guess they're not
Definitely
cheapest
not.
of Nintendo yet.
No, I don't. I don't know, to be honest.
I just got a warning for typing Xbox.ca. They're like, "Are you sure you want to go here?" Like, wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Um,
So it's the
seven
Series
twenty
X
nine.
ranges from, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's definitely has seen. I mean, all of the consoles have gotten more expensive. The Switch
yeah.
2 is going to be more expensive than it was at launch in September.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's it. They're all kind of doing it. I'm curious to see what their new what Helix launches at though.
I mean, I think they'll try to whatever Valve does. Maybe they'll try to match that. It's pretty much identical to what they're doing, right?
Well, Sarah Bond, prior to her departure, said that they're making a high end
Oh, don't do
machine,
that.
which is like I think Steam is going to be way cheaper just
Yeah,
by that
I think.
alone.
Yeah, I think some of the machine for the Steam machine specs kind of like leaked a bit,
Did
and
they?
it's not that like crazy. So
And people are still speculating that'll be expensive.
yeah, I mean they at most it has 16 gigs of RAM. So if this is a high end one, it's gonna be 32 gigs. Like that alone is $1,000 right there.
Yeah, I mean, if that's hitting $1,000, like, there's no shot that the Xbox is going to be
Yeah,
like less expensive than that.
because like if they are going this route of with Project Helix, I feel like you got to sell this console to a loss and like just like and then really have your games at like exclusive. But then how you make it exclusive if it's a PC and and a console?
That the
Like, is
problem
it just
there is that
console mode only? Like,
you almost and you can't if the intent is to bring in your PC library via Steam and Epic Game Store, like you can't subjugate the cost of that with software,
yep.
which is what they usually did, right? They're like, well, if we sell like a couple copies of Halo, then we can sell this at a loss to make our money back there.
Hmm. That
But
was
like
always the
you
case
can't do that if people
for
aren't using your
generations.
storefront.
For
Yeah, you can't do
every
that.
console going up, they're like, oh, we'll sell the console at a loss, but it's the hardware. Sorry, the software is what's keep us afloat. And
Yeah, you can't do that if people are using
yeah,
Steam. And I would
it
think
seems like
Steam would be
now,
one of the more
like
preferential storefronts
yeah, like
because it's
Nintendo's
cheap.
doing like they're flipping the script. They're like, all right, well, the consoles is clearly expensive because out of our hands, so now the software will be cheaper. So
Yeah, they're kind of doing that now. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, but yeah, if you
yeah.
buy digitally, it's a little cheaper now than physical.
And our good friends at Walmart.com though are matching it.
.com US, yeah, they
Yeah, they're
are, which
matching it.
is interesting. It's
What's
definitely
going on?
interesting
What's
that
going
they're
on
able
over
to
there?
do that.
Bubba? Come on, what are
I
we
don't know,
doing?
man. I not not my ability to comment
I need
on
to
it. I don't
start
know.
showing buy it now button. I haven't shown it for a while.
I know. Well, you know what? We'll see what happens, but I
Yeah.
am very curious to see how things shake out because it's like kind of like a very unprecedented time in the industry.
Yeah.
And I think
I
a lot of
think
people are just assuming if you build it, they will come,
yeah.
eventually. Just keep making games.
I think this summer game fest is gonna be like a huge turning point. I don't know. I have a feeling, I have an inkling. I have no scoop, no sources, nothing. It's just a belly feeling of like this because this Ashes because there's so many things aligning. This is Ash's first like presentation. There's a new console coming up for Xbox and for Steam. Uh Even with stuff with PlayStation, they're no longer doing PC side of things. Nintendo finishing their first year around with their console, like leading into like okay, this like I feel like there many like I feel like this is gonna be like a crazy summer game fest. I don't know why, or I miss E3. I would like to call it E3, but I
Dude, I
guess
miss
I'll
E3
give
too.
Jeff the summer game fest overall title, even though half the shows are outside his, his show.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's gonna be a really interesting June.
Yeah,
Like, I think there's what Jeff Grubb is saying there might be a direct in mid-June too.
in
So
June as well.
if they're all rolling out kind of like old E3 days, like it's kind of
Yep.
fun. It's
Not
kind of
only that,
cool.
they
So
confirmed to be going back to Gamescom as well.
yeah, Nintendo did. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is when is Gamescom? August?
late August.
Late
So
August.
my theory with that, I
You're
think
not
they're going
going
to
there with
Fan
Star
Expo.
Fox, and you're not going there to. Oh, you think so?
I think they're coming back. So we're going to be seeing something. Maybe we might finally see Elden Ring again, finally in its final
Oh
state,
yeah, maybe it's
since
coming
a
back.
certain Canadian accidentally
Broke.
showed it off, even though he had permission to show it off. It
Yeah,
was
you didn't do anything wrong. It was
I
you.
yeah.
You did that.
They just love ribbing me for that. They're like, "Oh, you're the Reddit guy." I'm like, "I didn't even put it on Reddit. Someone else
You
did."
you delayed
I
Elder
delayed
Scrolls
Elden Ring. It's
or
me. I
Elden
did it,
Ring. Yeah,
Austin. It was me all
it was
along.
me. You got Elden Ring delayed, dude.
Well, it needed to be fixed. So you're all welcome.
You did. You did. Actually,
Yeah,
did us a great service by doing
you're
this.
all welcome. I should be a hero. I feel like we should get the copy of the game first, and I want it signed from all the developers.
You want it signed.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the main developer there? FromSoft.
FromSoft. I have no idea. I can tell you, I have no idea.
Lead developer.
But that's what whoever it is, their name better be right there. With
Miyazaki.
Miyazaki, I want a message from you signing it, being like, watch your back, Marcel. I'm like, damn it.
That's what I feel like. I feel like Smash Brothers could add the Tarnished as a playable character. That to me would be pretty perfect.
I was gonna call it Bloodborne, but Dustbloods.
Oh, Dustbloods, yeah.
They still have that too. There's a lot of unknown with Nintendo right now.
I wonder. I don't know. I mean, that's obviously coming out this year, so that feels like a lock for Gamescom.
Dustbloods? Yeah,
Dustbloods, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think.
But what about Elden Ring? It's the same game.
It's a little different, right?
It's the same company.
It's like Bloodborne for Nintendo. It's like Nintendo Bloodborne.
Where are they gonna put that?
I don't know, man.
Well, you saw our calendar. It's stacked. We're full, man.
Go like October. That feels like a Halloween game.
I could fit.
That could work, right?
But then where's Zelda
don't have to worry too much.
Will Zelda dare go head to head with GTA?
Early December? I don't know. I might even try to get it out GTA.
It's like it's right in the middle, so you're screwed. You can't.
That's the thing. I don't know.
You can't even pick 2 weeks before because people are like, I'm going to save my money for GTA. We don't even know how much it is yet. And then apparently they even confirmed it, like, oh, it was supposed to come out like in May. There was like an article that came out like it was supposed to come out, but like they obviously pushed it. But then you can't even pick the 2 weeks after. Everyone's like, the hype will be so high.
I don't, because like there are a lot of games that Xbox in particular has to fit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many Nintendo still has up its sleeve, but if you have Zelda and Duskbloods, they have to. I feel like
Zelda's like a September game.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I feel like that's good, but like
a late September.
Yeah, when's Black Friday? That's November.
November. So that's the last
6
weekend.
Weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
You want something kind of landing around that time though. Like that's so good. Like PlayStation. I don't think you want to be a December
game. Everyone ready? I feel like everyone has their minds made up of like, I got you GTA for Christmas. That's it.
Probably don't. I feel like you're right.
I feel like what Rockstar is doing right now, they have a month and a half of just them, to be honest. Because anything that's after GTA is irrelevant at this point.
I just don't see Nintendo going to right up to October. Like maybe let's say Dustbloods is set for October, right? Like maybe that's the window. Let's say it hits there, and then just not releasing anything November, December. Like that's not really their MO. They've had 1 or 2
and
games.
I know they don't care either. Like
they might not, right? I don't know.
They're like the Japanese Rockstar. They're like, we don't care. We just like honestly, they are like who else has this impact? Is Nintendo. They could be like, here's Zelda, and especially if it's a Zelda that looks like how you and I want it to look. If it looks like that, people will be like, oh my god, I'm buying 3 Switches right now before the price goes up. And you have to show it. You have to show it in June. There's none of this 2-month nonsense on the Nintendo app, or be like, hey, this is Miyamoto here. Zelda's trailer's coming out in 15 minutes.
You can't be doing that. I think you're right. I think they have to show it in June.
Yeah,
if they're going to show it, because it's about to get very loud in the industry. And all you need, and this is what's going to hit, like when you're launching a game like that, like we'll see it the second they, they release this trailer and they show it. But like all you need is someone like somebody who's like a sports fan, had an N64 back in the day, scrolling on Instagram, and they say, oh, what they're remaking. Oh my god, it looks so good. then you have their attention, right? Like that's the person you want to
Mhm.
capture with something like this, like that
Yeah.
nostalgia act kind of angle with
Just
it. Like,
redo the ad. The
but you
Ocarina of
got
Time
it.
ad. They redid it for the 3DS. Just do it
That would be
again.
really good. That'd be
They
really
and
good.
that ad is wicked. It has like the whole like out thous like language and everything, and the
That was
music is
good.
epic. Is all this fire in the background. And when they redid it for the
Yeah,
3DS, I was like, God damn it, I'm buying this game right now.
I know. I love the commercial that they did for the 3DS version too, with Robin Williams and his daughter Zelda.
Oh
It was
man,
so
those
good.
were
I was
special
like,
moments. Those
yeah, they were
are
good.
little like tear jerkers. You're like, oh, you are special. I'm like, oh god damn it, Robin
Yeah,
Williams. Why you
oh,
gotta be
yeah,
doing
Robin,
this?
so good. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, I don't see them going 2 months without releasing anything.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
not,
think
and if that's the case, then what do they have? And I don't know, to be honest. I have no clue what they're
yeah.
planning.
If it is Zelda, I can't see Zelda going on like maybe like the night of the Game Awards, like that
Coming
week.
out.
Yeah, like you could throw like the ad campaign there, like piggyback off of Jeff. They tend to do that.
They did do that for Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yeah.
It
So
released the
like the
day
game come up
after the
tonight.
awards, and they
Yeah.
announced Joker at the award show, and it launched the next day.
Yeah.
It's the first DLC character. So
Game Awards is what, December 3rd?
yeah, I think
2026 date. Come on. No, December 10th.
that's late.
That's kind of late there. I don't like that, Riley.
Don't love that.
Don't know that.
I don't.
If it was a
You could go early
December
November.
3rd,
When is GTA? When's that drop? I should know.
that
this.
is
Spacing
like
on it.
in the middle of November.
I think it even inches like early.
19th.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
it's
a
mid. It's pretty
Thursday.
mid to late.
If they did do it December 10th on the Game Awards night, that is 3 weeks afterwards. You kind of take away. Once again, it's not a brand new Zelda. It's rumored to be a remake.
You can say less and do more with that, right? Because it
Yeah.
is like a Ocarina of Time. Everyone knows what that is.
Everyone knows what that is. It's many people's favorite.
You show it.
Zelda.
You show the title. You show some gameplay.
Yeah.
People will immediately get it.
And just show December. But if we see December 10th, you know it's gonna be part of Keeley. Keeley's gonna do everything he can to get a part of his show, and then just just piggyback off his show and like maybe have Reggie come there, have a nice little Zelda pin on his jacket, give an award away.
I think we would know about it well in advance if it's but I'm sure like a trailer would make sense.
No, like just do what you did with Smash Brothers.
Well, marketing
just remind people, like, because they had like 3 or 4 ads throughout that show. They're like, Smash Brothers is launching soon after the Game Award. Like, it was like the perfect marketing.
It was smart. It worked really well. So I hope they do more. I feel like maybe, I don't know. They're not hitting their milestones in the West, so because it would be smart for them to like launch assets in a Western show again, because it worked for the Switch.
Well, look at like from what it was, like look how it was with Smash Brothers. Now with Jeff, there's more eyes. He's on Amazon. He's on the Amazon platform now. Obviously, YouTube, Twitch. Like I don't know if there's more eyes on it now. And what best way to bring back nostalgia from people like, oh, what's this Game Awards I keep hearing about? And then they happen to be glancing at it, and all they're hearing is Zelda. You're like, what? Zelda's
hit
tonight?
The gamers. Hit the gamers where they are. Yeah, I agree. I think that makes sense. Better than
that's the only way you could take some thunder from the colossus of GTA.
Or better than just dropping a little update on the Nintendo Today app.
I swear, if they do that, Riley, I'll be very disappointed. I might have to write them a
Oh,
letter.
here's Ocarina of Time
Yeah.
remake.
Well, I can see like a notification
Can't share it.
on my
You're
phone.
not allowed to share it. You can only
Yeah.
look at it in the app. Don't share it.
Nintendo Today app just says Ocarina of Time now available. Download. Like,
Yeah,
don't do that.
I don't know. They must have a bigger plan with Nintendo today, but I just don't know if it's working the way that you'd want it to.
Very few times I get notifications on that app. The only one I got it was on that selfie app. So
you got it right. I didn't even get
that.
That
was the only one. That's why I knew. I was like, what? They launched.
I think I got
game?
a notification for the Minoru amiibo. I was like, okay.
I got it for that selfie app, which, by the way, doesn't store any of your photos. So I can't imagine all the nonsense photos we'll be seeing shortly from people who like to play the game against the line, so.
Oh, fair enough. It sounds like it's going to be an awesome June, though, and I can't wait. I hope that we do get a direct. I can't wait to see what PlayStation's doing. And I think Xbox is going to knock it out of the park. I can't wait to see Gears of War.
I have a hunch this is going to be one of the best June's E3 Summer Game Fest, with exactly what you said, but with everything. And if Nintendo falls in line with the same week, or that'll be really good for all of us. Really we just don't know. Once again, it's a rumor, but hopefully soon. But with that being said, Riley, what is going on with you for the rest of the week?
Not too much. Just I've been selling some of my Pokemon cards, which is
the time has happened.
It's happened. I've got a couple up that I'm selling, so I'm hoping that I can make a little bit of money and then maybe buy a house in the near future. So
guys gonna buy with the Pokemon house. Cards you can buy 3 houses.
The Pokemon built. Yeah.
You build some Pokemon centers there, So
what about you, buddy?
We got the Canadian Game Awards happening today as when this episode comes out. So stay tuned for all of that. I'll be running the pre-show. Camille's gonna be on there with our good friend Dapper. Dapper's on there as well. So
cool.
Camille and Dapper combined together, and we're gonna see who are the winners and who didn't win whatsoever. But there's still amazing games out there, and it's always good to see some friends on top of that. So in the industry, and I'm trying to catch up on beating some games. I still need to beat Mouse PI. I'm really behind.
I need to beat that too. It's really cool though. I love it.
It's a really cool game. I'm just so behind on things and everything.
I feel like we're getting hammered by releases right now though, so I totally get it.
That's what I mean. I need to finish games before June. June's around the corner. It's bad.
My God.
But once again, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Share with your friends and family. And we'll see you all here on the next episode. Take care, everyone.